why I'm live streaming this. You guys might not like it because the screen, when you're recording on the PS4 without an Elgato, this might take longer. So today, what I decided to design is a Deadpool and the Flash. Well, actually, Kid Flash. So I'm live streaming this because, yeah. So I've downloaded some DLC packs. I've downloaded Civil War. I've downloaded Spider-Man, and I've downloaded Ant-Man because those were free ones. And I just thought, you know what? Why not download them? But anyway, guys, let's just get straight into the customs because, yeah, I've just finished the levels that you have to do to get to the customs area, and I just think that, you know, they were actually quite hard, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, so let's just swing with Scarlet Spider. He's really cool. One thing I would like to do is a showcase on the DLC packs, which I'll probably do. Let's see what I'm doing tomorrow. I'll do on Thursday, maybe, if I don't forget. People at school, if you're watching this, just remind me that I said I was going to do this. So yeah, so let's get straight into the first custom, which will be Deadpool. Oh god, I don't know how to do this. I've not actually used any of the customs, so yeah. So you guys can just comment on what custom. I can do any customs except if they have capes, because you don't get capes in this game. So first we're gonna start with Deadpool. I totally forgot that we were gonna do him. Yep, so as you can see, we don't have a lot of resources to work with here. So we're just going to have to make the best Deadpool that we can. With actually, you know what, let's not make Deadpool because that will be really hard to do. Let's do, wait, what have we got? Okay, we've barely got any custom things, so this might be a problem. Right, you know what, I'm just gonna do a random person because, yep, until I actually get better stuff. So let's go. So what can we do? Aaron Strucker, Black Widow. See who else we can do. You know what, I know I was gonna do this in a customs video, but you know, I'm not going to do this as a customs video. I'm going to do this as a showcase video. I'm really sorry because the title's customs. I'll just leave a comment on it saying I'm sorry, this is a showcase video now. But you know, you might be happy, I don't know, but you know, maybe, I don't know, you just have to deal with it. So anyway, comment if you're watching this who you are, because I kind of want to know.
Staff are reminded that the propellers are not to be used in lieu of a paper shredder.
Okay, people just left watching this because I asked who they were, but you know, you can't please everyone.
How's the VR room going? Well, we still have to tighten up the graphics on level 3.
Oh well. So anyway, I'm gonna get to a place. Alright, so you've already seen 2 characters of the DLC packs. So yeah, look, Ant-Man and Scarlet Spider, but we will still showcase them because they're pretty cool. Still like them. So yeah. So my favourite character in this game so far is Avengers Age of Ultron Hulk. I just feel that he's so good. Like, so amazing. Like, I really like him. But anyway, let's just go to downtown with a vehicle. Okay, let's get a vehicle here. Look at that. Okay, I'm sorry for like, this is smaller screen than I expected, but you know, still can't please everyone. So we've only got this vehicle, which I still think pretty cool looking. So yeah. I need to complete more of the game before I do custom series, so just bear with me on that. Shout out if you want me to do an actual like game series where I do the gameplay, because that'll be fun. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna parachute down because I can't be bothered. Get up there, Spider-Man, or Scarlet Spider, or whoever you are. You are Scarlet Spider, I know that. Okay, we managed to collect 1 coin. You know what I will do is I'll just buy these characters. So like, bought. Actually, let's transform into Captain Universe. And then my other character can be this character that I bought, America Chavez, which I know. Oh, she's from this. That's cool. Yes. So I'm just gonna go down here and just do something. I'm just gonna have to mute my mic for a second. Sorry about that.
To be some trouble close by. I'd be there to help out, but I'm pretty busy recording videos of myself lip-syncing popular songs.
Okay guys, my mic's turned back on. I'm sorry about that. Did not want to actually do that. You know, you can't do that. Also, I'm just going to go to a different part of the city. Bear with. I'm sorry you're having to deal with this, guys. This is really annoying, isn't it? But, you know, you can't do a, you know, bridge. So, I'm just going to test out Captain Universe's powers a second. So, let's go on a rooftop to do this DLC. Let's go on Tony Stark's rooftop. Wait, did I say Tony Stark's village? I didn't, did I? Hopefully. Anyway, so this is where we're going to be doing it. Wait, I just need to get onto a better part of the rooftop. Actually, yep, this part is fine to do it on. Alright, now let's get into the DLC pack. So you have Agent 13, who can just go, she can throw grenades, which is cool. And she can shoot, which is also actually very cool. Then we've got Black Panther Civil War, who a lot of people love, and I'm one of those people. So he can do this special move attack, which I love. Look at that. Spinny spin spin. Alright, now we have Captain America Civil War, which is actually the name of the movie. Bang, bang. He's just got the normal Captain America powers. You know, if you don't know what they are, they're like putting out fires, throwing a shield, and, you know, just normal combat. Just normal combat? That sounds like a game that's like terrible. Then we've got Crossbow in Civil War. He has a different gun. Surprisingly. He doesn't have any other superpower than to use the gun, so that's a bit disappointing, but you know. And then we've got Falcon. You can do this weird super jump thing and then start flying, which is actually quite cool. You don't have to super jump to start flying. You can start flying like this, just like normal. Like, so you double tap X to fly, just like normal, like maybe Iron Man, which I'm going to showcase now because, yes, there is an Iron Man character in Civil War. Ooh, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Nope, it's not, is it? So let's get up here.
So
Look at this. This is a cool guy. So his powers are to do stuff. Now I need to go back onto Falcon. Now the flying mechanisms are really hard to do with Falcon. They're just, I mean, they are just normal ones, but it also has 2 blasters, which is cool. Then I'm at Mark 46, as you've already seen previewed. He just shoots missiles, also can fly, and shoot also blasts, I guess. So that's quite cool. Now we've got Scarlet Witch. You know, she can do stuff. Let's go find a target. And she can also fly, which she can't really fly, she just like sort of hovers. But another cool thing she can do is like unleash her full power, which is quite cool. Then we've got War Machine, who's basically like, he looks like Iron Man. I love this suit, to be brutally honest. I just love it. So yeah, I've got 2 people watching. So we've got the Winter Soldier Civil War. It looks pretty cool actually, throws grenades, which is nice. Then we move on to the Ant-Man DLC, who we have Ant-Man, who can grow big. And I'm not sure how you do it. Oh, you press, you just press circle, and he becomes itty bitty. Look at that, but he still hits hard. Look at that, you can like summon ants. Who's my favourite character so far? Well, I think it's like gotta be the Hulk, like in just normal gameplay, but DLCs have gotta be Scarlet Spider. Just, they're amazing. It's just, the detail on it is just too good. But then we move on to the alter ego of Ant-Man, Scott Lang, which is cool. He can punch and stuff. And he can also get into his Ant-Man suit. Nice little changing mechanism here. And then there's Hank Pym Ant-Man, which you saw at the start. Oh, he agrees with me. Thank you, Archie Poodle. Now he's basically got the same powers, so I won't go over him again. But we've got Ant-Man Hank Pym. Here, just the old, well, he's not really old, he's just a bit good looking, and he can also change. It was not good looking, what? Yeah, but then we've got Anthony, which is, you know, Ant-Man's pet ant, who can be big, large, and tiny. It's not actually that tiny, but, you know. And then Cassie Lang, which is Scott Lang's daughter, if you remember from the, oh, thanks for saying no worries. But if you remember, he gives him the demon bunny for her birthday, but she actually looks, the bunny actually looks quite cool. Now Hope Van Dyne, she only has the punching weapon, I think, but she's pretty cool at acrobatics. Now Louise, Ant-Man's friend, is pretty cool. Got a gun. Yeah. Then the Wasp. Oh, the Wasp. Look, she can fly, but for some reason she goes into mini mode when she flies. Now, the Wasp cannot go into big mode. Now we've got Yellow Jacket. Oh my god, Yellow Jacket. Now, for some reason, Yellow Jacket cannot go into big mode either. But, you know. But then we have Iron Spider. We're on the Spider-Man DLC. Wait, I should probably go back, actually, because I didn't show the attacks. So Janet Van Dyne's just a sting, you know. You know. And then Yellow Jacket. Also a sting. So it's like, it's not that bad. Oh, I've already Iron Spider. But yep, Iron Spider can web like any other Spider-Man. And then he can also climb up a wall, which is quite cool. You couldn't do that in Lego Marvel Superheroes because you just did this weird web thing on the wall. So that was a bit, yeah. Okay, so that was a bit cool. My dad just came in just to tell me that he was going. And then we've got Mr. Scarlet Spider here, who is pretty cool. I love this, this guy. He's just so cool. Look at him. Boom. Aerobics. Let's look at that. That's sick. That's just sick. But then Peter Parker, Mr. Spider-Man himself, who changes into Ultimate Spider-Man from the TV series, if any of you watch that. So he's got the same swinging mechanism as Scarlet Spider, but then actually, you know what? Just turn back into Peter Parker. Second. There's his camera. There's his camera. For some reason, shoots bullets. So I have no idea. And then we have Civil War Spider-Man, which you don't get in the Civil War DLC, which I was not unhappy about because both DLCs are free. So is the Ant-Man DLC. So if you're not willing to spend money, then those are the DLCs for you. How do you Iron Spider? Wait, what? I don't get what that means. Could you comment again? And I don't know whether you messed up that question or something, but I don't know what that means. Because you can't change into Iron Spider. He doesn't change into a different person. He's just a completely different character. So I've got Miles Morales Spider-Man from the Ultimate Universe. And then you've got, if he turns into, he's just Miles Morales. It's cool. He doesn't have a weapon though, which is a bit weird. And then last on this episode is Spider-Girl, so that's pretty cool. She doesn't have an alter ego, but yeah. So Furman McWilliams, can you say that question again, because I have no idea what that is. But another cool thing that you can do is with the webs, you can just go bang, and look at that, just fly. Look at that. That's cool. So how do you Iron Spider is just, you know, put on the Iron Spider suit. But it's cool. Now I'm going to show out of the spider things, who's your favorite? Scarlet Spider, maybe Civil War Spider-Man, not sure. But you know, so I'm going to showcase my two favorite characters if they just go on to them a second. So yeah, this is probably the wrong one, and yeah, it is the wrong one. Yeah, so it is the wrong one. I'll just change into him now. Wait. AAU. Here we are. Look at him. Look at him. It's so cool. And you can also do this jump thing where if you hold X, whee! Look at that. That's so fun. Whee! And you can just jump around the city. Look at that. I meant, how do you get Iron Spider? Well, you have to download a DLC pack on the PS4. It's free, so you can just get it for free. So can you get the DLC packs for Civil War and Ant-Man. So if you want to do that on the PlayStation Store. And then my second favourite character, who I just unlocked, is Captain Universe. He's pretty cool actually, isn't he? Look at that, and he can fly. So I'm gonna have to end the video here, guys. You can always leave a comment whenever. I'm definitely gonna read them. So bye, guys.